Good afternoon, good late evening, good night, everyone. Big welcome to our Team Evolve. I call it the Wow Wisdom Wealth Wednesday. My name is Peter No. I am your Senior Presidential Director here with LifeWave. Before I introduce to you my co host for the evening, for the next 30 minutes, what you will be hearing tonight are just stories of our builders, brand partners that have been with us, whether they've been with us for a month, a week, a month, a year, maybe of us some couple of years. You are going to resonate with their stories of who they are, how they've built their business, how they've leveraged the Team Evolve system. And what we want you to get in the next 30 minutes is just to hear stories of how they leveraged LifeWave to build the stability for their future, of their families, and the future of their freedom, and how we just all came together. And today, for the very first time, we're going to hear some incredible stories of I don't know what you call it. There's a word for it. I'll find out before I interview her. But without further ado, I want to introduce to you my co-host for the evening. His name is Bryan Penrod. When I read his bio, he just resonated like my story. He is literally a go-getter. He has two beautiful sons, and back then, when he was 18 years old already, he knew out of college when he heard the word direct sales industry, he knew that was his calling. But he took 3 years, everyone, to study the best of the best before he jumped into this industry. He found his company that he was with for over 25 years, everyone, that created hundreds of millions of dollars in sales through his organization, uh, and hundreds of thousands of distributors, partners that joined him through that whole journey. And through there, life got in the way. So we all know that life gets in the way, but the residual income never leaves your blood. He's always been looking for the next thing, and we have the pleasure, the blessing of having him here on Team Evolve, as I got to meet him personally right when he joined, and he is our executive director. He's been with us almost, it's not even been a year yet, Bryan, right?
I think it's been about 8 months.
8 months as an executive director, but don't let the rank fool you, everyone, because he is only going one place, straight to the top. So, Bryan Penrod, how are you doing this evening? And I'm going to pass it on to you.
Thanks, Peter. I'm having a great day too. Also been busy, so excited, and I really resonated when I got to learn a little bit more about Jody and her background, with parts of her background as well. So let's get started. She was a chemistry and biology major at the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. She's been married to Dr. Stan, who many of you know. And for those of you that don't, they make an incredible power team for 44 years. So congratulations on that part. She's a mother to three, a Mimi to five. Super congratulations on all of that. And she's been in the home-based business industry for a long time. And she built that as she taught and educated her children. Then for about 7 or 8 years, she was in the insurance industry with long-term health, property and casualty, life, and she eventually went back to owning her own business before her husband, Dr. Stan, joined a wellness company in 2010, and they rose to one of the top ranks in that company. I'm so excited to hear more from Jody. And then she and her husband, I related to this because she and her husband, they started in network marketing before they were even married. So what a life, what a great bunch of stories that she must have. Joined LifeWave in December of 2021 and became a presidential director in 15 months. That's huge. That's an amazing accomplishment. Lives in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Welcome, Jody.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here.
So I'm sure that there's a number of people that are here that are aware of your story, but there's also a lot of new people here tonight. And is there anything else that you'd like to fill in on your background and then why you chose this opportunity?
Well,
Big
like I said,
welcome.
you know, me and Dr. Stan, we have been in network marketing, network sales since 1979, the year we got married. You can probably guess what company we were with 44 years ago. One of the biggest companies around, and a company that laid the groundwork for what we have today. That's what it, you know, I appreciate that for. A lot of self-improvement. You know, we love the atmosphere. We love the idea of residual income. And so we were, you know, in that, enjoyed that. And then my husband felt called to the ministry. So after we're married and had one child, he went off to college and we moved away and kind of, you know, went that avenue for many, many years. Just, you know, pastoring, helping people spiritually, you know, physically, mentally. And then when we had our first church, we were in our early 30s and our life just changed completely because God led people to us with a health message. And in our early 30s, we both had a few pretty annoying health problems, nothing life-threatening, but it probably would have been. And so we did something as simple as change our diet and start supplementing, and all of our health problems were gone in a matter of 2 or 3 weeks that we had had for 20 years or more. So, you know, that's kind of what got us back into health and wellness. You know, we just wanted to help people to realize that they didn't have to be sick. And so, you know, kind of fast forward through the years and we did different things. We did get into a company, well, actually a product that turned our life around in the 90s was a green superfood powder. And so we did that for a while and had some pretty good success with that. And fast forward to 2010 was when we got into a health and wellness company that we really embraced. And, you know, just, I don't know, maybe by that age, we had a bigger sphere of influence. We had more knowledge about health and well-being, you know, so we were just able to help a lot of people at that time. We even had a holistic wellness center in Martinsville, Virginia. And so we enjoyed that for years, just helping people, just, you know, but it wasn't very long after we started that, you know, most of all of our business was online. And we're like, wow, this is pretty cool. Like, you know, you don't really have to have brick and mortar building to help people. And so, you know, we retired our office and just did that business, you know, for about, I think 8 years. And just, you know, as things happen, sometimes things started to change at that company. And we ended up walking away from a 6-figure income just over principle. You know, the supplements had changed, the things we were helping people with had changed so much they weren't as effective. And so, you know, we tried a couple other things for a few years. And then, you know, God brought us LifeWave. And, you know, at first it was, you know, just for the product. Like my friend Alicia had amazing results on her journey with fast growing sales. And that got my attention. And so we decided to try it. And I had carpal tunnel and chronic back pain. And my husband had high blood pressure. And within 3 weeks, we had amazing results. And so that was kind of the beginning. We didn't really intend to do a business in the beginning, but once we got results, we were like, holy cow, activating your stem cells is where it's at. And because, you know, we ate clean, we took supplements, we exercised every day, and it was not helping those problems that we had. And within 3 weeks, you know, the patches had just made it so much better. We just said, wow, we have to share this with people.
It seems like a lot of people that have somewhat of a pastoral care for people, whether, you know, it's through religion or not, just this network marketing, especially with LifeWave, really seems to be a fit for those type of people. And
Yeah.
so it's pretty awesome to see that how you've been able to just take what comes naturally to you, I guess, in a way, and then apply that to this business. So
Yeah.
how did you get started? How did you start building this?
Well, at that 3 week, I honestly, before that, I was listening to podcasts, the nightly replays and nightly podcasts, and Stan was going on YouTube, Dr. Stan, and listening to everything he could find with David Smith. So by the time that 3 weeks passed and we got such amazing results, I had started messaging people that I knew were into health and nutrition and just said, hey, Dr. Stan and I are trying out a brand new technology. I'll let you know how it goes. So, I just started whetting people's appetite, just like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I'm like, just give me a week or two and I'll let you know. I know you don't have to have your results. We just had a girl in our downline build a manager in a week. She hadn't even got her patches. And I know you could do that, but I just wanted to try it for myself and get a few results. And so at the end of that 3 weeks, I messaged all those people back. I'm like, you would not believe what has happened to us in 3 weeks. You have got to try this. And so that's how it, got started. And I love the PIB, the personal introduction bonus, because, you can make money quickly with signing people up. And we were just signing people up right and left. Stan's had health pages and things. And, we've had a big presence on Facebook for a long time. And so we weren't posting about it, but we were just reaching out to real friends that we had on Facebook and just encouraging them to try it. And especially people we knew that had health concerns. So that's kind of how we got started.
That's exciting how you set it up like that, and you messaged everybody to let them know you were on this new product, and then you were able to set that follow-up up. That was nice.
Yeah.
So as you kept building and growing your organization, how did you use Team Evolve? How did you plug people into the system? How did that work for you?
Well, that's one of the best things about LifeWave. And we've been in, quite a few other businesses. We have never seen the tools and the training from any other company that Peter and Marcy have developed with Team Evolve. And, with the startx39now.com, with the startx39biz, it's just all there, and it's just so easy to plug people in. And so, even with prospecting and reaching out to people, just everything they need to know is on that StartX39 Now website, and so I just kind of, with prospects, I send people there and just say, hey, if you listen to the first 2 short videos, you'll get a gist of what this is about. But if that really intrigues you, there's patents, there's clinical research studies, there's testimonies on that website, and I'll get back with you tomorrow and answer your questions. But even before I send them there, I've had a conversation about what's going on in your body. What do you need to reverse? What do you need to regenerate in your body? Because I just love this business because it is so organic and it's so genuine that you're really trying to help people. You're not trying to sell them something. And I just love that. And I've really embraced that with this business. I don't ever feel like I'm selling anybody anything, because what we have is so life-changing. I just, like Bob says, it's a crime not to share it with people. And so those 2 resources are just amazing. And then, the 333 system, I still work and, but that's something I can do every day, is get that 333 in there, if not several times. And it's just a perfect system. I love it.
Doesn't it feel amazing, the testimonials that you're hearing about probably on a daily basis that come out of your network? And have you ever before heard testimonials this dramatic and impacting? It seems unprecedented.
I think you're right. It is like nothing we've ever tried before, and nothing we've ever experienced before, and And one thing I like about it too, even though it takes a little bit longer, is, I never approach people about business. I approach them about what this can do for them. And I've had people say, I have no interest at all in a business. And I'm like, I'm not trying to get you in a business. I'm trying to share something with you that will be life-changing. And then literally, like some people, it's 3 days. I had one person, particularly a good friend of mine, who had broken her hand and had to quit doing massage. And she couldn't bend her hand more than that. So she couldn't massage anymore. And so I reached out to her about the patches, and she said, I have no interest whatsoever in doing another network marketing business. We knew each other in the past in another company. And I said, no problem, just try this. And, 3 days in, she got out of the bed and got up and did this and gave me a call and said, okay, I'm all in, So sometimes it happens quickly, but sometimes it's 2 or 3 months down the road, and they go to the doctor and, all their blood work is like 10 times better. And then they come back and say, oh my goodness, I have to share this, with my aunt and my mom and my dad, my brother and sister. So I just love how organic that happens too, that you're not trying to, well, I personally am not trying to get people into a business, but then it happens,
Organic and so natural. I love that about this. So what would you say, you were a presidential director in 15 months,
Right.
Amazing accomplishment. What would you say is your vision for the future? We've got a convention coming up in October. There's so much to be announced and happening in LifeWave world. What is your vision, you and your husband's vision going forward?
Well, we're at retirement age, 65, although we don't really plan to retire. But, this will be our retirement income. We are super excited, because we got to hear David in Aruba, and, he gave us some hints of what's coming at conference and what's coming next year. And I won't spill the beans, but it's just very exciting. And we're just both very excited, about the future of LifeWave, about our future, about our downline's future. I mean, physically and financially, what this has done for many, many, many people in our downline is just, I don't know, it just makes me so happy. And I just want to help them, get to the top of the company if that's what they want to do. And some of them do. But I know we'll be SPD this year, and we just know that it's just going to give us choices in our future that we wouldn't have had before.
Well, bless you, and thank you for your time tonight. It was so great meeting you and for everybody being able to get to know you more. Thank you a lot, Jody.
Thank you, Bryan. Appreciate it.
I'd like to turn this over to Peter No. And for those of you that are newer and don't know anything about Peter yet, Peter is a seasoned network marketing professional, and I feel so blessed to have him co-leading this team Evolve. And I look up to him. I'm so grateful for all the content, the training that he provides, the wisdom and the knowledge. And, Peter was in the health and beauty business after high school and college, and did that for a number of years, and then heard about this profession. And Peter has been to the very top in this profession and has been responsible for so many quality leaders, hundreds of millions of dollars of sales. His team in LifeWave is exploding with growth internationally, globally. And we're all very, very blessed to have you, Peter. Thanks. And let's turn it over to you now.
Oh, thank you, Bryan. What an interview. Thank you so much, Jody. I took so much mental notes. And I just want everyone to know we're just literally in the presence of so much wisdom and experience on this call today. So thank you so much, Bryan. I can't wait to interview our next person. In this business, Bryan, they always say, you never know who it's going to be, right? You just never know. I would have never have bet on this person 12 years ago. We were together in our previous company. We were all mates, and we just ran into each other all the time. She's actually Marcy's best friend. They've been together forever. But just to give you a little bit description of this person before I mention her name, she's been in the health and wellness industry for her whole adult life, started as a massage therapist for 25 years, advisor for Naughty Track, and ran as a spa manager. She is the mother of two and a grandmother of two granddaughters. Wow. And she did the one thing I believe everybody in this world would love to do. She paid off her home. But not only did she pay off her home, Bryan, she did it with all the commissions, whatever she made here in LifeWave in the last couple years she's been with us. Again, I would have never bet on her, but I am so happy, Jan Rand, that you proved me wrong. You've done it all. So let's get ready to get to know Jan Rand. So you know her background. I just want to ask Jan, when you saw this with Marcy and you were in the room with Marcy, right? What was the first thing that you saw here that it was so different this time around? And why did you latch on to Marcy and decided to help her with this to get her started together with you?
Well, the honest answer is I just wanted to hang out with Marcy. I had done several other network marketing companies before. I totally believe in the industry. I was just never very good at it. And the previous company I was in, somehow I ended up helping Marcy run events and things. I kind of just became her go-to girl. And then she got sick. And I went and saw her in the hospital and we kind of lost touch. And then she called me like 3 years later when she was recovering and we went to dinner. And Marcy is so smart. She really knows how to read people and understand who you are and how to talk to people. And if she had come right out and said to me, this is another network marketing company, I probably would have zoned out. But she told me that she was in this new gifting business and she was telling me her story. And, you know, and bottom line, I really, truly, you know, I was interested in stem cell, you know, what she was saying, but I really just wanted to hang out with Marcy. And then the first convention we went to was coming up like literally like right around the corner from that dinner. And she asked me if I wanted to go to Las Vegas with her. Well, who the heck wouldn't want to go to Las Vegas with Marcy, right? It's like, I'm down. And I went and Peter was there and I knew so many people. Mariah was there and Karen Titano and just all these people. And I just thought, you know what, I'm not getting left behind this time. I'm just not. And I've had the privilege of watching Marcy and Peter develop the whole system. I mean, this happened right before COVID and me and Marcy would lay on her bed in her office and I would listen to her make phone calls and listen to how she spoke to people and, oh, I'll send you a gift. And me being her friend, I'm like, oh, I'll do that for you. And never in a million years did I expect to be here 4 years later. You know, I'm sure everybody knows I work for Marcy and I'm also a senior presidential director. And it's just, I am just like the luckiest girl in the world to get to do what I do. So.
Well, you know, I've always trained this since day one. If you're going to succeed, if you are going to succeed in this industry, you're going to have to find two best friends minimum, right, Jan?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell our viewers who were you 4 years ago when you started with us? Like your mindset, because I want everyone to know. Remember, Jan has never built a large organization, and for her to be an SPD, the highest rank in our company today, it just proves that our system, our company, everything came together. But it's who you become through the process. So Jan, share with us who you were 4 years ago and how has this journey developed you?
I was a mess. I had no self-confidence. I had no real self-esteem. I had a horrible problem with negative self-talk. The one thing that I've always had going for me is I have a really strong work ethic. And and I think it's a lot of my generation that integrity is really important to me. But I was a mess. I was either up or crashing and burning. I was never very even. And I remember the first night when I was having dinner with Marcy, and she was telling me her story that when she started the patches, she could taste the chemo coming out of her mouth. And I believed that. And then she told me her skin got softer, and I believed that. And then she said to me, and I got more joyful. And in my negative, sick brain, I thought, what a crock of baloney that is. I just like, now she's selling me because she knows I wasn't like the happiest of people. And, I just started patching, and it literally, and when you listen to the calls, you hear it over and over and over again. You have a better self well-being, or, you do feel more joyful and more content. And I'm telling you, the COVID years were horrible for so many people, and they were the best years of my life. And to have my brain just be even, I don't go up, I don't crash and burn. Yeah, I get sad and life happens, tragedies happen. But I mean, for me, that's probably the number one benefit I got from the patches, that it completely balanced out my brain and myself. Marcy believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Marcy used to tell me one day we would be financially free and travel the world. In my brain, I'm like, yeah, I'll never see you again. And, people tell me sometimes that I get a little dramatic when I talk about Marcy, but it's my story, and Marcy believed in me. And I watch her, she teaches what she teaches, and I watch her do that. She will be in line at the airport going through security, and she's got her appointment book out, and she's on the phone, and I see her say, hi, my name's Marcy. What's your name? Everything she teaches you, she does it. And I see her firsthand, and to get to watch her and how she morphs into whoever she's talking to, that's a skill. That's a skill I have not mastered yet, because sometimes I just want to like zone out, and she stays plugged into that person, whoever they are, and she can match what they're doing and saying. It's amazing. So I'm just lucky.
Jan, did you ever think in your lifetime, and I want everyone to, because we have a lot of brand new people here on this call. We have a lot of brand new people that have coming into the industry, and we have a lot of seasoned builders here also that will be watching this in the recording. What does it feel like to now know that every day you're doing this, you're earning a residual income that you could never have imagined before? What it feels like to hold, how much effort it takes you to build this, but you're actually seeing the fruits of your labor, because it could be mind-blowing. And it's so congratulations, because you've done something here in a few years that is an American dream. Everybody in America dreams to have paid off their house, everyone. So how does it feel?
Let me clarify the house thing, okay? Me and he's not like legally my husband, but we've been together for 17 years, and we had money put away in retirement, and we had been renting, and our rent was so low. I was living the life, and I'm really good at saving money. And then my landlord died, and we had to buy, and where I live, you have to pay cash for where to buy here. So we had to pay cash. So we had the money, but knowing that I have the income that I have took the fear away from taking all my retirement. That was like my yikes money. I'm a big yikes money person. So I had to take all that yikes money and put it here, but I know that I'm safe. My biggest fear in my life was being homeless. And now to have a house that I don't owe any money on, and to be able to take the money that I earn each week and rebuild my yikes money account. And now we're getting ready to remodel the kitchen, and it's, and I get to hang out with like Dr. Stacy and these people that are making crazy money. And I listen to some of the things they complain about. And this is funny. And I'm talking to all the people like me that can't picture yourself up on stage and never think that you're really going to do it. But they're like, oh, you can only transfer out $5,000 a day. Where? I'm like, are you kidding me? Give me that problem. And I had 1 week where I made just over $5,000 and I went to transfer it and I couldn't transfer the whole thing. And I'm like, what? It was great, but it's unbelievable for me to be making what I'm making, and it's compared to them, it's nothing. Compared to some other people, it's a lot. I am just so grateful. But the thing I'm most excited about is watching everybody, and not just people on my team, because you all know that I work for Marcy and I help a lot of people. I get calls from, I don't even know who's on my team, to tell you the truth. But when I see people crossing that stage that I have had a hand in helping, whether it's I've mailed a gift for you or I've helped you with your back office or whatever, to see those people move forward and rank advance will be the greatest reward of all. And anyone that has children, when your kid accomplishes something great, or this is silly, I watch American Ninja Warrior, and I watch the parents watching their kids like succeed and hitting the buzzer. That feeling, I feel it for these people and I don't even know it. And I know that's what I'm most looking forward to, is watching other people, hit the goals that they want to hit, and that I had a tiny little part in it.
Wow. I think all 223 of us are still resonating here with you. What is the last words? What do you want to leave us with, Jan, before we see you on stage in October?
I really believe the key is staying plugged in. In the beginning, I had some success and then it kind of faded and I stopped plugging into the calls at night. And that was a big mistake. I mean, because when you don't have people joining you on the calls, it's easy to say, oh, forget it. I don't want to listen to these anymore. It's what built this business. It's the heart and soul of this business. It's the secret sauce. And I started plugging back into those calls because it just builds your belief. And as you talk to people, you're not going to be able to relate to every illness or every issue people have, but you can go, oh my God, I just heard this call last week about a lady with the same thing. So plugging into the testimonial calls is vital. And you need to plug into at least 1 or 2 of Marcy's trainings a week, because I don't care if you've never done network marketing or you're a whale, she teaches you everything you need to do and everybody show me your book. I need your list book and your appointment book. And this is the first thing that you do, and make your list of 10. In the old days, they used to tell you, make a list of 500 people. I'm out. That would terrify me. I don't know 500 people. Make a list of 100. I don't know 100 people. I can do 10 people. I can do 10 more people. And I think everybody on here can. So, I'm for the little person that never thought you could do it. You can do it. Just plug in.
Everyone, if you're an underdog, and all the people that are listening that are the underdogs here, you're going to share this recording. You're going to let her know who Jan Rand is in our team. And I promise you, she will inspire all. Jan, I just want to say I love you. We love you. Look at all these comments for you and Jody tonight. You are definitely the glue to our team. You keep this machine oil running every single day. And we just want to say we appreciate you so much, Jan. So
there goes my computer.
Thank you so much for your, there's clicking off, but thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bryan, can you leave us with some nuggets? Why?
One nugget.
Give me 1 second. Why people need to look at this opportunity and why they need to look at LifeWave in the next 2 minutes? What can you give us?
I would say that a large part, most likely, of the future of the healthcare industry, it looks like, will be in 3 different areas, maybe more, but stem cells, number 1, peptides, and biophotomodulation. And this is the first company I've ever heard of that does all 3 like this. I mean, we don't have any competition. We're very early in this trend that could last for generations. LifeWave is set up now to be able to handle all of this growth. They're doing amazing things in North America right now with a product line, our main products in our line being launched in Canada recently, some great things starting in Mexico, and then around the world, we're expanding. And the way that this system is set up now, we have so much opportunity, not only in our own backyards, but with social media today and communication technology. Somebody you know may know somebody across the pond somewhere in Europe or in Asia, or who knows, and you just never know. But with the timing right now is literally phenomenal. We've just exited the pioneering stage, which traditionally with a lot of companies in our industry, I mean, there's a high rate of failure, but LifeWave has left the pioneering stage, but they're not a startup company. They have, a good, it's getting close now to 20 years of experience as a company with solidity and building relationships. The product is so solid and so unique, and people notice a difference that I've never seen them notice ever before in decades in this industry. So there's so much more with the timing, but I've got to tell you, like right now is so beautiful. Stem cells.
Wow.
Have you heard of stem cells? And the people that haven't, they might have heard a little blurb about it, but it's being marketed by some of the biggest influencers, not even in network marketing, have just set up softballs for home runs for us. So unlimited. So now's the time.
I'm going to piggyback exactly what you said, Bryan, and I hope everybody that watches this will resonate with this. Where in our time today can you be and participate in the movement of a company that is so exclusive? We're the only ones in the world that can prove and show you that we can activate and regenerate you and repair you with a technology. We are the only company in the next 2 to 3 years that will be a first billion-dollar brand in there. And we're the only company that is the solution to 7.6 billion people all around the world that have stem cells. If you like what you heard today, if you resonated with any of our speakers tonight, if you want more information, please go to startx39now.com, review all that information, and what we want you to do is call the person that invited you on this incredible call tonight and tell them you want to partner up with us. For less than a cup of coffee a day, you can have a global international business, and we will support you with this turnkey system. Wow, what an interview tonight. I just want to say, Bryan, we did it again. I mean, I took tons of notes. This goes down to the books. I hope everybody enjoyed. Jody Gravely, Jan Rand, our PD and SPD, and thank you to each one of our brand partners for every single night for supporting these calls. As you heard it from Jan Rand, do not make that mistake and get unplugged here. Come back to us tomorrow night, same time, same channel for our testimonial call. And I just want to say, we love you, we appreciate you, and see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.